continue that in this one.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who will forever live with a heartbreak of throwing that interception on this field a few years back in Super Bowl 49. It's Russell Wilson.
Heartbreak for Russell Wilson and his Seattle teammates. How about climbing to the top of the mountaintop for Malcolm Butler, the rookie corner who made that play, undrafted free agent. He makes one of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history with that interception and gives New England another world championship.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Loss of 8 yards.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Wilson now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holloway. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
8 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carter. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, CD, you think back to the previous meetings between these two clubs. This offense has had success moving the ball down the field and putting points on the board against this defense. How do you think that they keep that up here in this playoff matchup?
Well, I think if they've watched the film and self-scouted, then they'll have a firm grasp of what they've done well so far. And now they've got to find out what the next things are, the added wrinkles they can put in. Because they've got weapons that can be explosive against any defense, and they need to get the ball to those guys. but they also understand this is going to be a big-time defense they're going up against, and they're going to need their best effort. Otherwise, it's going to be a long ball game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw is Carter. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the rookie second-round pick. This is Cam Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
On first down, Keys. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He was 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Carter off the play fake. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Carter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Carter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 17 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And it is now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.